In Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth.
Breaking now, President Donald Trump to take federal control of D.C. police force. He signed an executive order declaring a public safety emergency. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. Trump deploying the National Guard to the city because he says crime in the district is out of control. We have team coverage this afternoon with D.C. News Now's Randy Bass at a Free D.C. rally. But first, let's head over to D.C. News Now's Marielle Carbone with the latest from what the president was saying. Marielle.
Yeah, Shanika, this announcement today is not totally unexpected. The president has been previewing this all weekend, and we know since he really took office back in January that he has been threatening to take over D.C. in several different ways. Today, of course, he is doing that by signing two different executive orders. So the first one, he is invoking Section 40 under the Home Rule Act, and what this does is allow the federal takeover of the Metropolitan Police Department. It is important to note that under this law, the takeover is only allowed on a temporary basis, and we're told that Pam Bondi and other federal leaders will be in charge of implementing and leading MPD in the coming days. The other order, he's directed the Secretary of Defense to utilize the National Guard to address the, quote, conditions of what we're seeing on the streets. Today, Secretary Hegseth says that we can expect to see Guard members on the streets in the coming days to assist MPD, and the president really blaming all of this on D.C. Council and the leadership here in D.C. Take a listen.
We've got incredible people in this country, except we have to allow them to do their job. And that we will deliver like nobody's ever delivered before. I actually think it's easy. You know, if you're competent, it's easy. If you're incompetent, it's impossible.
And the president did say that he was making the proper notifications to the mayor and other officials to announce this. We've reached out to the mayor's office as well as MPD, the police union, other council members, and pretty much so far it's been radio silence from a lot of our top officials. So we're hoping to get more information, more response, what this means. I'm expecting to talk to Councilmember Brooke Pinto in about an hour here. She's in charge of DC's public safety and judiciary, so overall public safety agencies. So we'll certainly bring more reports to you throughout the day and throughout the evening tonight on DC News Now at 4, 5, 6, and beyond. But for now, that is the latest from the Wilson Building here on Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. Now let's head over to DC News Now's Randy Bass. Randy, what can you tell us?
Yes, dozens of people showed up to protest at the Free D.C. rally earlier this morning. Happened at the same time as the president's announcement. Those dozens of people met by just as many D.C. police officers, some of whom still here on scene. President Donald Trump posting on Truth Social today saying today is Liberation Day in the district. But people at today's rally called this move from the president occupation, not liberation. Protesters stressed the importance of a nonviolent and peaceful response to the president's announcement today. The big takeaway from today's announcement, more federal control over D.C. police, more federal law enforcement on the streets, and stiffer penalties for those who commit crimes. Organizations at today's Free D.C. rally worried about the impact of additional, more aggressive policing on some communities and neighborhoods in the district.
Black people are more likely to be stopped, searched, questioned, arrested, and harmed in encounters with the law. When we add the presence of federal agents or the National Guard to daily life in these neighborhoods, the burden can multiply.
Now, we are still waiting to hear from many key figures across the district. We have not yet heard back from the mayor's office. We have not yet heard back from MPD officials. And we're also working to just get more reaction from the community about the possibility of deploying the National Guard into the streets of D.C. and also learning more about the potential impacts of stiffer penalties for those who commit crimes here in the district. As you heard from Marielle earlier, we are going to have continuing coverage of this story throughout the evening. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you for those updates. And here's the latest crime numbers from D.C. police. Violent crime is down 26%, homicides down 12%, and the total crime down 7%. And for the latest, you can always head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. Let's switch gears now, turning things now over to meteorologist Scott Sumner with the latest check on the forecast. Hey, Scott.
Hello, Shanika. Hello to you. It's a hazy, sunshine-filled afternoon with temperatures up around that lower 80 mark as we look towards the Washington Monument here, 81. Mostly cloudy skies, although it looks more hazy than not across the area. We'll see those temperatures rise up into the upper 80s here by the time we get to mid and late afternoon before falling into the 70s here once we get to the middle of the evening. It'll be a little more muggier during the day and also at night as well. And speaking of muggy, let's take a look at some of those numbers here. The dew point temperature, the higher the number, the more muggy it feels, the more tropical it feels. And yes, we're into the 70s here from Frederick to Leesburg in towards Manassas, Fredericksburg, 68 here in D.C. So we're definitely on that muggy side, certainly a worser feel than what we had over the weekend, and our forecasted heat indices when you factor in the higher humidity levels and that the temperatures, they're going to be rising here over the next couple of days as well. That equivalates to triple-digit heat once again by the middle of the week. So planning your day today, this is what we can expect here, 2 to 6 to 10 o'clock in the evening. Temperatures falling out of the 80s and into the 70s, but again, mostly clear skies will be present at that time. Shanika?
You can see this video here shows crowds of young people who were driven out of Navy Yard after a shooting on Saturday night. D.C. police say they were monitoring a large group of teens on M Street at around 9:30. That's when they say they saw a boy fire a gun toward that group. Nobody was hit by the gunfire, and police say that that boy was arrested and the gun was stolen from outside of the district. And this all comes as D.C. police continue implementing new efforts to fight crime, including establishing curfews at various times in various places. Because of Saturday night's incidents in Navy Yard, police are imposing a widespread juvenile curfew zone east of South Capitol Street and south of Interstate I-695. And anyone under 17 years old will be barred from gathering in a group of more than 9 people in public spaces. That's in effect tonight from 8 until 11, and then again for Tuesday and Wednesday nights just for this area, and then a citywide curfew in effect from 11 p.m. until 6 in the morning. And turning now to Maryland, 6 people, including 4 children, were found dead after a house fire in Waldorf on Sunday morning. DC News Now's Dave Laval has the latest on the investigation.
Fire investigators have focused their efforts on the back porch of the house, where they believe the fire started. They're also trying to find out what sparked the deadly blaze.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Donna Reagan tries to come to terms with what happened. 6 neighbors, including 4 children, dead in a house fire.
For it to be in our neighborhood is just, it's heartbreaking.
Waldorf firefighters responded to the inferno around 8:40 Sunday morning to the house along Constitution Drive and Declaration Court. Investigators say 1 adult inside the house escaped the flames. Another 2 adults were not home.
This is really, really rare.
Oliver Alkire is the Master Deputy Fire Marshal for Maryland. This fire is one he and other investigators desperately want to solve.
We routinely, sadly, go on double fatal fires, but nothing to this magnitude of where we're seeing 6.
ATF and Navy firefighters are among those who responded. Investigators believe the fire started on the back porch. Arson is not suspected.
Yeah, this is earth-shattering for all of us. It doesn't matter if you have 1 year on the job or 30 years on the job. Anytime you see this, this is just a tragedy of incredible proportions that we just don't routinely see.
Investigators cannot say if the house had smoke detectors. This is the deadliest house fire in Maryland since 6 people died in a house fire in Annapolis in January 2015. In Waldorf, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And new at noon, this is what remains after an industrial dumpster fire today. DC Fire responded to Wisconsin Avenue in Northwest, right outside of Safeway this morning. The exact cause of this fire is under investigation. And happening now, a water main break you can see there in Fairfax County, closing Telegraph Road earlier this morning. The leak was reported just before 11 last night near Harrogate Court. No word on when the road will reopen. And an invasive insect continues to bug Maryland. Officials in Montgomery County say they expect the spotted lanternfly population to explode over the next 3 to 5 years. And they're encouraging people to spot the eggs. They say the spotted lanternflies lay them on trees, stones, and other flat surfaces. They're in columns covered in gray putty. And if you see an egg mass, they say to scrape it into a sealed bag and smash them up before throwing the bag out. And happening later today in Maryland, a community in Upper Marlboro celebrating Kyrie Jackson Day at Wise High School. Jackson was killed in a car accident last year, along with 2 other football players, Isaiah Hazel and Anthony Litton Jr. Jackson was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings last spring, and Jackson's parents will be giving away 2 scholarships to students, and we'll have more coverage of this event later on in our evening shows. And the Washington Wizards are helping students in Northern Virginia all to tip off the new school year. Players will be at William Ramsey Elementary this week, giving students backpacks filled with school supplies. And kids can also get new water bottles, books, and haircuts. The Alexandria Public Library will also be there to help kids get their library cards. And it's tax-free week in Maryland, what you need to know before you hit the stores for back-to-school shopping. And Texas lawmakers are heading back to the drawing board to redraw the district's congressional maps, and the details are up ahead. And new gadgets are on the way. Rich on Tech will have the latest. That's coming up. You're watching DC News Now at noon. Be sure to stick around. We'll be right back with more.